Hi, I'm Denise. Welcome today to Travels in My Chair. I'm braving the great outdoors today because it's February. Spring's in the air, I hope, and I'm glad you joined me. I'm also going to show you my new runner later because for those of you with swollen ankles and feet, you might find that a little bit interesting. I got a call from my oncologist and a visit from my palliative care physician. I'm still having problems with the pain in my butt. Not the wound sore, but it's just sort of at the tailbone and a little off to the right. And it's, a 2 out of 10 pain right all the way up to a 8 out of 10 pain, depending on the time of day or night. And we're just trying to get on top of it. And once we do get on top of it, then I think the palliative care physician is going to go bye-bye, because her job right now is to have pain management for me. And for any of you that are having cancer problems, talk to your doctor about having someone that will deal with pain management. There's things like project managers, physician's assistants, depending on what country you live in and whereabouts you live. So this drug, Nortriptyline, is not a typical cancer drug that I can read all the instructions. It's an antidepressant. You can have suicidal tendencies, and it treats a variety of mental and mood disorders, which I don't have. Well, it depends who you talk to in my family at any given time. They might say, she's a bit off. But in tiny little printing at the bottom of the sheet that you get from the pharmacist, it actually says this drug may also be used to help you quit smoking and to help with nerve pain. And that is why my palliative care physician has prescribed this drug to me. So she wanted me to take 2 10-milligram pills a day at night when I go to bed. And I found that the 2 pills didn't do anything, kind of like when I was on the long-term dosage of the hydromorphone. I took 2 pills and nothing. I've kind of switched things up a little bit, and I'll kind of explain to you. The hydromorphone is a 12-hour pill, but all it was doing for me during the day was make me dizzy, lightheaded. I wasn't functioning at all. I now take 1 of those at about 7 o'clock at night, and that should take me right through to 7 o'clock the next morning. Now, it doesn't really, but it helps a little bit. So sometimes you got to go with, okay, it helps a little bit, that's good enough. So then this new pill, Nortriptyline, she wanted me to take 2 at night because her deal is for me to sleep through the night. Well, what was happening was I was waking up at 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning, so I thought, well, that's not obviously working, and I'm not going to be able to talk to that doctor for another week because she's on vacation. So what I did was I take 1 at 10 o'clock at night, and then when I wake up, and that could be any time from 2 to 3 or 4 in the morning, then I'll take the second one. And if I need a short-term hydromorphone in there too, I will take 1 of those. So now the drugs have all changed again. We've gone off the gabapentin. We've cut down the long-term hydromorphone to 1. The short-term hydromorphone, it's only used as a breakthrough drug. So if I've got pain and the Nortriptyline isn't working, then I'll supplement it with 1 of the short-term hydromorphone, and that seems to work. So I've had not bad sleeps and manageable pain. It's working. I think that for those of you that are suffering with, like, maybe with MS, with nerve pain, maybe with cancer, with nerve pain, and you guys remember, not a doctor. Just a patient. If you take away the mood swings, depression, all that kind of stuff that this drug could be used for, and look at it as a nerve pain drug, because this is what my palliative care physician thinks is happening with the pain in my butt and my leg and my lower back is stemming from nerve pain. So if that's the case, then this pill is going to help. And she may want to up the dosage, and that her and I will talk about that. Now, of course, like every other drug, there is tons of side effects. The major one being constipation, which is also the case with the long-term hydromorphone too. She said, no, you cannot afford to have constipation. This could be very dangerous for you. I want you to take 2 laxatives a day, and then when she added this new pill, she upped it to 4 a day. Well, without going into the gruesome details, it wasn't happy. Okay, it was not happy at all. However, we're going to talk about it because we've got to make things manageable. So here's the deal. If you have severe constipation, if you have trouble urinating, and I don't mean just like, oh, today I don't feel like I need to go to the bathroom. We're talking about constant trouble urinating. If you feel dizzy, if you have blurred vision. Now I'm going to put a little bracket here because some of those can also be diabetes symptoms. And that's what's making things so difficult in my diagnosis, is because I have diabetes, I have MS, and I have cancer. And hey, these symptoms can all be for all of them. But if you do get any of these side effects, then you should talk to your pharmacist, your healthcare professional. Don't bury your head in the sand like I used to do and pretend nothing's going on, because that's not the case at all. Stuff is going on and you got to have it dealt with, okay? Now, for the most part, this drug, I would say, is successful. It's not 100%, but I'm managing. And I've told you guys before, I keep a really close journal of every single thing. The drugs, bowel movement, everything. I keep a journal because the doctor, that's what she wants to know. When she came the other week, that was the first thing. Open up that book and I could tell her, and then she can adjust the medication accordingly, because that's what we need to do. Okay, I have cancer. It's in my bone. It's not going to go away. What we want to do is manage that cancer so that I can continue to lead a good and happy life. I mean, isn't that all what we all want? I mean, it's my birthday tomorrow. I'm going to be 72. And honestly, I want a few more years. I've got some grandkids, and my family, and my puppy. My palliative care doctor wants to keep shoving new pills at me. I guess I'm going to accept the new pills, really, because as a palliative care doctor, she is used to working with people. And I'll be honest here, her patients are usually, within 6 months to dying. And I'm not that, at least I hope not anyway. So, because I'm not that, her role with me is a little bit different. We can have a couple of laughs together. When I tell her that, oh, you've come to check out my world famous butt wound, and she just kind of goes, oh yeah, whatever. But what we're trying to do is increase the quality of my life, because if you have quality of life, then you might be able to enjoy quantity of life. And I don't know about you, but if I'm not sleeping good, I'm a basket case the next day, and all I want to do is sleep, and I can't even function properly. So this is really important. And if this drug works, I'll keep in touch with you about it, because this is just experimental. We're experimental for a month. Then we're going to reevaluate in the next couple of weeks and decide what we're going to do about it. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Love to you all, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Oh, and don't forget, I'm going to introduce you to my running shoes. Now, these runners are they're not a slipper, and they're not a runner in that they're soft-sided, okay? I have type 2 diabetes and MS. My ankles are always swollen. My feet are always swollen. And I cannot find a pair of shoes other than New Balance walking shoes that come in different widths that work for me. Now, these shoes come with memory foam inside and also 2 other inserts. You can adjust the width by tightening up, but they're wide. They're wide in the toe, they're deep, and they're wide in the shoe bed. So if you have swollen ankles and swollen feet and are having trouble putting on shoes, these might work for you. And okay, these are not really designed to be a running shoe per se. Okay, all I wanted was to be able to wear tights, leggings, that all the other girls wear. And I didn't have a pair of runners. So now with these shoes, I can wear tights. And I think they look pretty good. I got them from Amazon, no sponsor. They work. Now, I take a 7 and I take a D or an E width. These are extra wide, and like I say, they have 2 other inserts that come with them if you need to adjust the width of the shoe or the depth of the shoe, and order a size bigger because they're made in China and they'll fit small. So I ordered a size 8. And if they work for you, hallelujah, because I tell you what, You could also wear them in the house, like as a soft slipper. You know, like not really a slipper. I mean, honestly, but you know, they're not like a real firm, they're not going to give you the support of a firm shoe if you're a walker. But if you're a wheelchair user and you're not a walker, this might be the shoe for you.